Welcome to Java. Thank you kindly as always for joining me. It's January 31st, 2025. It's also Friday. So hopefully heading into a wonderful weekend. Now, we've got currencies on a master roller coaster at the moment between all of the shifting. We've got quite a bit of currency flows that are disrupted. We'll go into a bit of that. There's also quite a bit of news. So hopefully, you can stay with me for a bit for some of the interesting things happening prior to this market open this morning. But of course, always we start with the risk indicators. The MMRI is now above 304.7. Extreme territory, not massively moving. The big story really is the relative strength of the dollar and also the bond yields, of course, rising as well. But it's the Dixie that we're watching for now. So fear greed meter is 49. This is rising actually towards greed. So our daily driver right now at the moment is greed jumping into the market. Toward the end of the day, expect that market maker chop clearing out the trades and options toward the end of the day. So higher volatility in that final hour for certain. We're also getting PCE for today. So we'll watch that report go over the calendar in a moment. But we've got a bit of news saying the United States economy ended 2024 with cooler growth than expected in the fourth quarter. This is because the GDP numbers, is why they're saying this, came in lower for the final quarter. Now, if you've been with Java for a while, you'll know that a lot of the GDP consists of the military spending as well. So there've been a lot of weaponry that was put into that number, and as of late, there's been a massive decrease because heading into a lot of these talks that are going on, a lot of that government spending kind of shifted, as you will, with the final leaving of the previous administration. They did still pump and inflate. However, a lot less of that went into the military. Now, they did their final days with Ukraine, but that had already been counted in. So, with this, we are watching relative strength of the dollar. That one is the wrecking ball again across economies. Now, with ECB cutting yesterday, cutting their rates, it made the euro even weaker. So they're inflating faster at the moment. So relative strength in the dollar, euro weaker, that gave rise in their market since their pricing is now shifted. So they've got a currency drop. Their market's going green. So with that, United States markets opening green, futures showing green, little bit mixed, but I expect this to be, it's level to flat, nothing significant. Watching crude oil is increasing at the moment. This is because of tariffs on Canada as well as Mexico. So we'll talk about those as well. Now, their currencies, the peso and the loonie, also taking a hit from this. We are looking at the exports agriculture from Mexico, that this has shifted and this has going to shift the energy market, if you will, from Canada. Now, that's why we'll see an increase in oil as the day goes on, I believe, because of this. We've got Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies holding relatively steady. They are at resistance, so we'll kind of watch them at this level. We've got Bitcoin saying steady, gold tokens shining. Gold in general increased yesterday. Now, this is showing it slightly down, but it's over 2,800. There's massive gold shifting into New York, a lot of it going from the UK. Calendar right now, we've got this is all prior to the market open. We've got the core PCE numbers coming in. So, unless they're really off, don't expect a lot there, but the Fed will be watching that. But the larger stories here, as I said, gold price hitting a record high because of all of these tariffs. Now, stockpiling in New York leads to London shortage. Well, this kind of doesn't tell the story because it doesn't matter what New York does. Uh, to create a shortage in London, other than they're shifting from London. So they're repatriating gold, and then also have some other things going on. There's a lot of back end deals. We're going to talk about some going on with Asia as well. But going into some of the larger movers, we've got Samsung predicting a profit hit. Well, it looks like weak chip sales is what they're looking at, but they may still turn a profit in their reports. It looks like they may do okay as it is. We've got Microsoft uh, shedding 200 billion in market value after cloud sales disappoint. So a lot of this between the artificial intelligence, the drop in all of the competition going on with China. So back to Europe, but on the other side, I want to hit unemployment for a moment, because this going forward is really the indicator in the real economy, what is actually going on. And Germany is one of the lead indicators for this. Their jobless rate now at a 2020 high. If you can see, they're upwards above 6%, well above 6% unemployment. Now, I'm not certain how much their numbers are cooked as opposed to the United States. I suspect less. However, what we're looking at is, however you report these numbers, it's not headed in a good direction. So right now, above 6%, we're going to watch this head upwards of 10 to possibly 15%, even maybe by the end of this year, 2025. We'll see, but this is not limited to Germany. We're now watching more layoffs happen in the big tech titans. Microsoft performance-based job cuts have begun. Termination letters being sent to their staff. Now, this is globally also, as well as the United States. They announced a new round of layoffs from Amazon, and they're talking about the roles affected. But this is also following after the United States government getting some warnings about performance based. So we're going to watch more of this heading out and increase in unemployment. Now, a lot of this is because the profitability and production is down. Frontier Airlines issued nationwide ground stop due to IT issues, speculation being that it might be a hack. However, they are also in line to purchase uh, another Bargain Airlines. So, with all of this, if they don't get back to profitability, they are running red line, meaning they're barely above profitability. They could go into some trouble as well. Spirit Airlines is the one that they were looking at purchasing because Spirit was going bankrupt. So more issues like this will push them over the edge. And of course, as this happens, less jobs. Now, with the issue that the tragic accident has caused, this is not directly related, but could be because air traffic controllers, this is over in California at a hugely important airport. It's near San Francisco. But what it's showing is their pay, they're saying, is not keeping up with the cost of living increase. So more unemployment, less jobs. This is what we've been speaking about, that we're going to be watching, because this tells the truth about this so-called booming economy. Shifting over to payments and what is happening with the currency underlying, Elon Musk plotting the mother of all blockchains. Now, this is in relation to leading Doge, the wasteful government spending. And what they're talking about, and according to Bloomberg, so how much truth is in this, we don't know, but it does seem apparent that they've been speaking about tracking federal spending, securing data, making payments. This is all in relation to government, and managing the buildings. So they're talking about tokenization as well. So this blockchain's already in place. This is a seed phrase, if you will, coming out to the public of what they plan on doing in the larger run. On the other side of this, privately with his own on X, which is formerly Twitter, they've made a deal with Visa, and they're talking about a big win for big tech strategy, card network Visa will provide payment support for the social network's financial app. Now, we were talking yesterday about how they've come out with the X token. He did lead PayPal, so he does know what he's doing in this sector. And this is a massive win, large leverage that could be immediately available for that platform. So again, shifting over to the ECB president, this is Lagarde. Confident Bitcoin will not enter central bank reserves. Well, not if she can help it, because it's less easy for them to control, if you will. They want this out at all costs. So she's saying that they're confident Bitcoin would never enter the reserves of banks under the council. Instead, they're going to let, again, larger tech handle it, or something outside, and introduce their own central bank digital currency that they have control over. Now, we're looking at DeepSeek's AI model shaking Wall Street, but a new report saying that the Chinese state accounts helped fan the flames of the US tech stocks tumbling. But we're going to see a little bit more of the truth in just a moment. Because what's going on is we've got on the major platforms, Amazon, Microsoft with OpenAI have both put DeepSeek AI on their platforms. So, really, what's going on in the background there? We've got it again. This is more international tying in going on behind the scenes. Now, we've got, she's really angry. This is Mexico's president asking Google to label the United States as America Mexicana. Well, until you write a check for $500 billion, I don't think they're going to listen to you very well. Pretty upset about changing to the Gulf of America on Google Maps. So just a little thing to make you laugh about that, if you will. I know it's something interesting, just how big tech works. So all of the shifting, last thing I would like to say, Japan's economy facing fallout from the tariff threats on China. This is going to increase their issues with inflation. They're hiking their rates. They are going to make a deal in the back room, so to speak, issue by saying they're seeking stable energy supply from Trump. Now, their key trade with the United States is they still hold large amount of bonds and a large amount of the United States debt. So this trade with the energy, these are a lot of the underlyings that will kind of underpin the stock market, if you will. And the whole tie together is that oil is the lifeblood of the military industrial complex. There is a lot of this back and talk between the technologies that are going on, not just the stable coins, but also with cryptocurrency in general. We are getting a CBDC soon. So with all of this, I wish you a wonderful weekend. I will not likely have one out on Sunday. There's quite a bit going on that unfortunately may not allow me to have the time to get that out. So have a wonderful weekend, and until I see you again, my friends, stay free.